Welcome to the Liberty and Democracy Podcast. Are you a passionate believer in liberty and democracy? Are you concerned about the growing infiltration of Marxist and socialist ideology in our politics, media, and culture? This podcast was created by a citizen of the United States who was born and raised in Romania, a socialist country in Eastern Europe, during the 1970s and 1980s. As more and more members of our youth pivot towards Marxism, socialism, and communism in the United States of America and beyond, now, more than ever, it is important to focus on liberty and democracy, instead of the alluring Marxist and socialist trends which, as history repeatedly has shown, lead to repressive authoritarian regimes. Marxism does not lead to utopia either in the United States of America, or anywhere else in the world. Let us question governments, policies, and manufactured social progressivism. Let us go back to the times when it was okay for us to agree to disagree.
Welcome to the Liberty and Democracy Podcast. For the next few months, our podcast episodes published on Wednesdays will include excerpts from Maestro Cercia's ebook, Comparing and Contrasting the Republican, Democrat, and Libertarian Political Parties in the United States of America, to help you understand further the ideas behind the politics in the USA. Are you ready? Let's begin.
Thank you for joining today's Liberty and Democracy podcast. We will now listen to our ebook titled Comparing and Contrasting the Republican, Democrat, and Libertarian Political Parties in the United States of America. In today's episode, we will listen to Chapter 5, Similarities Between Political Parties, including subchapters Shared Commitment to Democracy, as well as emphasis on individual rights and support for free market capitalism. You are welcome to interact with our artificial intelligence chatbot and read the ebook online via the ebook page at www.sersea.com. Are you ready? Let's begin. Chapter 5: Similarities Between Political Parties. Shared Commitment to Democracy. Democracy is a government system where power resides with the people, characterized by fair elections, protection of rights, and the rule of law. All three political parties acknowledge the significance of these democratic values in shaping the political landscape of the United States. Foremost, each party is dedicated to ensuring citizens' right to participate in the decision-making process through voting. Republicans, Democrats, and Libertarians all uphold the belief that the voices of the people must be heard and taken into account. They strive to protect and broaden access to voting rights, though with different approaches. Republicans may focus on measures to prevent voter fraud, while Democrats aim to eliminate barriers faced by marginalized communities. Libertarians emphasize the need to reduce government control over the electoral process to maximize individual freedom. Moreover, commitment to democracy goes beyond voting. It encompasses safeguarding individual rights and liberties that form the foundation of the democratic framework. Republicans, Democrats, and Libertarians all recognize the importance of a robust legal system that protects citizens' rights. While their interpretations of specific rights may differ, such as the Second Amendment or reproductive rights, all parties acknowledge the need to uphold the Constitution and its guarantees. Regarding governmental authority, all parties acknowledge the importance of limiting power to prevent tyranny and promote individual freedom. Republicans, Democrats, and Libertarians may have differing views on government intervention in economic and social affairs, but they all recognize the dangers of unchecked power. Republicans generally advocate for limited government intervention in the economy, with a focus on free markets. Democrats may lean towards more regulation and social welfare programs to address issues like income inequality. Libertarians, adhering to their ideology, advocate for minimal government intrusion in all aspects of life, promoting maximum individual liberty and personal choice. While the commitment to democracy is undeniable among these parties, it is essential to note significant differences in their approaches and ideologies. Republicans tend to emphasize traditional values and a strong national defense. Democrats take a more progressive stance, prioritizing social justice and equality. Libertarians, often considered the third party, advocate for a smaller government focusing on individual freedom and limited intervention. In conclusion, despite their differences in ideological nuances, the Republican, Democrat, and Libertarian parties in the United States all share a commitment to democracy. Their strategies and priorities may vary, but the underlying belief in the power of the people and the importance of individual rights unite them. Understanding these similarities and contrasts is crucial in gaining a comprehensive understanding of American politics and the diverse perspectives presented by each party. Emphasis on individual rights. Despite recognizing certain individual rights such as freedom of speech, religion, and assembly, Democrats tend to downplay these rights when they conflict with their desired outcomes. The Democrat ideology places a greater emphasis on the collective good rather than individual liberties, often resulting in policies that limit personal freedoms in favor of what they perceive as societal progress. For instance, Democrats may advocate for speech regulations to combat hate speech or impose restrictions on religious freedoms in the pursuit of inclusivity. While these intentions may be well-intentioned, they come at the expense of individual rights, eroding the very foundation of our democracy. On the other hand, Republicans claim to uphold individual rights but often prioritize their interpretation of national security and traditional values over personal liberties. While they advocate for limited government intervention in economic matters, they permit greater government intrusion when it comes to social and personal issues. Republicans may support policies that encroach upon an individual's right to privacy in the name of safeguarding national security, such as warrantless surveillance, or backing restrictions on personal choices like abortion or same-sex marriage. This inconsistency in their approach to individual rights exposes a fundamental flaw in their commitment to liberty. In stark contrast, the Libertarian Party unwaveringly dedicates itself to upholding individual rights across the board. Libertarians firmly believe that every person has the right to govern their own body without interference from the government. This entails safeguarding an individual's right to privacy, supporting a woman's right to choose, and advocating for the legal recognition of same-sex marriage. Libertarians do not selectively choose which rights to protect based on personal beliefs or societal norms. Instead, they understand that true freedom necessitates individuals having the autonomy to choose courses of action that may deviate from mainstream expectations. The Libertarian Party also places significant importance on economic liberty, understanding that an individual's right to engage in voluntary transactions and pursue financial prosperity is vital to the preservation of personal freedom. They advocate for limited government intervention in the marketplace, endorse free trade, and oppose regulations that stifle innovation and hinder economic growth. The belief in the power of individual initiative and private property rights forms the cornerstone of libertarian economic policy, empowering individuals to create their own opportunities and shape their own destinies. In conclusion, while the Republican and Democratic parties may pay mere lip service to the significance of individual rights, it is the Libertarian Party that truly practices what it preaches. Through consistently prioritizing personal freedom, regardless of societal norms or ideological biases, the Libertarian Party serves as a beacon of hope for those who uphold the inherent dignity and autonomy of every individual. It is this unwavering dedication to individual rights that distinguishes the Libertarian Party from its political counterparts and makes it a genuine alternative for those in search of a genuinely liberating political ideology. Support for free market capitalism. Contrastingly, the Democratic Party adopts a more cautious stance towards the free market, recognizing its role in generating immense wealth and prosperity but also highlighting the necessity for government intervention to safeguard vulnerable individuals and mitigate market failures. This intervention takes the form of regulations, social safety nets, and progressive taxation policies. On the other hand, libertarians firmly believe that the government's role in the marketplace should be minimal, if not absent altogether. They view free market capitalism as the most efficient means of allocating resources, promoting competition, and nurturing individual liberty. A truly free market functions without government intervention, allowing individuals to engage in voluntary exchanges and pursue their own economic self-interests. This unwavering support for the free market stems from the conviction that the success or failure of businesses should be determined by individuals, not the government. The invisible hand of the market, guided by the laws of supply and demand, serves as a potent mechanism for resource allocation and innovation. By removing regulations and allowing market forces to operate organically, it is believed that businesses can flourish, job creation can thrive, and economic growth can be stimulated. Libertarians also contend that free market capitalism promotes personal freedom by granting individuals agency over their financial decisions. The government should not encroach upon individuals' choices regarding how they spend or invest their money. Whether it involves starting a small business, investing in the stock market, or selecting employment, individuals should have the freedom to make their economic decisions without undue interference. Moreover, libertarians argue that the free market engenders a dynamic and diverse economy. When businesses are not burdened by excessive regulations or government intervention, they are more inclined to take risks, innovate, and respond to evolving consumer demands. This competition fosters operational efficiency and drives down prices, ultimately offering consumers a wider range of options at affordable prices. In contrast, some Republicans may lend support to limited regulations in order to safeguard industries they deem vital for national security or economic stability. Despite generally advocating for a free market, they may consider intervening to prevent monopolies, regulate specific industries, or shield domestic businesses from international competition. Conversely, Democrats often advocate for regulatory measures to safeguard workers, consumers, and the environment. They maintain that unrestricted capitalism can breed income inequality, exploitation, and externalities detrimental to society. Their endorsement of regulations seeks to promote equity, protect vulnerable groups, and ensure the market operates in the best interests of all. To sum up, although the Republican and Libertarian parties generally espouse support for free market capitalism, their approaches diverge. Libertarians champion minimal government intervention, regarding the free market as the paramount mechanism for fostering economic growth and personal freedom. While the Republican Party leans towards free markets, it may be more receptive to limited regulations. Meanwhile, the Democratic Party employs a more cautious approach, accentuating the need for government intervention to rectify market failures and safeguard vulnerable individuals.
Thank you for listening to today's episode of the Liberty and Democracy Podcast. We hope you found today's content interesting, intriguing, and useful. You're invited to join us again, as our podcast episodes are now published every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. In the meanwhile, don't forget to stop by our website at www.libertarian.center or our Liberty and Democracy YouTube channel at bit.ly/democracyvideos.